Good morning and welcome back to our homestead. I'm Tyler and this is the Pecan Hill Homestead channel. We have not quite 30 acres situated in the rolling hills of North Texas, and we've been busy around here the last few weeks. We've been growing things and building things and birthing things, and I think it's time we give you a little update on how those things are holding up and what's going on around here. So let's get started. First on the list is a chicken update. Chickens continue to love the dust baths. As indicated, the other projects, the other little chicken toys, they're dumb, they don't like them. Although I have seen chickens roosting on these perches every once in a while. The planting area that we did over here on the side has turned out to be a pretty big success. I think this is gonna work. The little area that we closed off on the inside of the fence to grow sunflowers and various other different kinds of crops and plants, that they're growing, and I think this little project is going to work. The short little section of chicken wire fence has kept the chickens out so far, and I do think this is going to work. So score one for us. Look at those tiny little clover. I don't know if those are clover, but I think they are. Something else happened in the chicken world. This little hen got broody on us and started hiding some eggs. And a couple days ago this week, we heard chirping sounds from a secret location in the coop. Lo and behold, she had hatched out 10 babies. And they just follow her around and she clucks and they follow her. So we had another broody hen who was giving us fits with the nesting boxes. So we took 3 of those little chicks and we put them under her. And she is taking good care of them as well. But I really didn't want to have to deal with more chickens, more chicks. What are you looking at? And inevitably there will be a bunch of roosters in the mix, so good thing we know how to deal with those. I admit they are super cute though. Just look at those guys over there with their mamas. How many roosters of the 10 will we have? Let's find another project to update on. How about the back porch and steps? They are holding up remarkably well. The little stain sealer that we used has done a great job, and they still look really good. I am still really happy with how that looks. That little walkway right there is soon to be dealt with as well. I picked up something that will help with that. I'll show you that next. I'm always scanning Facebook Marketplace for things that I know I'm going to need in the future, and I came across a posting for these 2 Cobalt Lowe's brand concrete mixers. I figured they didn't work based on the price the guy listed them at, but I messaged him and he said, no, they work. I just want to get rid of them. Got them in to deal with some other stuff that I wanted. Don't want these, want them gone. So we headed over and picked both of these up for $100. So we will be pouring concrete around here soon. One of the places I want to pour concrete in addition to the back porch is this walkway to my building. I made that 2 years ago just to deal with the mud out of landscape timbers and scraps. This was 100% free scraps, and while it works, it gets me over to my building where my office is. However, when it's rainy, They are slick and treacherous, so planning on pouring a concrete path to get me over to my building. So I'm looking forward to that project. It's brutally windy out here today. We have 30-mile-an-hour winds. I shouldn't even be trying to do this. However, our herb garden is holding up remarkably well. The chickens do not hop the fence. They don't seem to be interested at all about going in there. I can hardly even hold my phone steady. And this has been a great success. I'm super happy with how that turned out. Next update is our patio and fire pit area. Managed to make another Adirondack chair and it turned out awesome. We picked up some flowers, threw those in some pots, and we are really enjoying this area. Cows. Here's a cow update for you. Ruby and Baby, he's napping under the trampoline right there, are doing awesome. Sunny, I'll give an update on her in a whole separate video by herself. It's been a tumultuous few days for Sunny. But Ruby and Baby are doing great. There he is. There's another little one that may be underneath the trampoline also, but that'll be for another video. Remember that horrible above ground pool? There's what remains of it. It's killing grass for us. So it's not a pool, but it's still working for us. Here's a garden update for you. Somebody crashed my gate. And I think it must have been a cow. Because I don't know what else could have done that. So I have a gate to repair. The garden is doing awesome. Plants are growing like crazy in here. However, we did have a little problem with chickens getting in when that gate was broken. And some of our plants have suffered because of them. Tomatoes got chewed up. Things are growing great. Lots of tomatoes, radishes. I think we might be done with blueberries. They don't look like they held up at all. However, look at that cabbage. This bed is mostly flowers. Onions are doing remarkably well. Got to get rid of the rest of that pool from out of here. We were using it to cover up when we had some scary frosts. Look at those peas. Peas are doing awesome. More tomatoes that got brutalized by chickens. Oh, and check out these potatoes. We're growing potatoes in these grow bags. Let's see if we can look in here. We can flip these up and it's clear. Not much to see in that one. Let's see if there's anything here. You can see roots. Continue to put more dirt in on top of them inside these bags, but these potatoes, they're doing awesome. Yeah, there's my gate. Look at that. It was right where a knot made it weak, but I gotta think a cow did that. Here's an orchard update next. Turns out that tree that we said was dead, well, most of it was dead. It broke the dead branches off. However, the living part of it has decided to produce fruit this year, which it has not done since we've lived here. And I am told these are apricots. So that's going to be interesting. Pears are looking good. I think we're going to have a good crop of pears this year. Even our apple trees look pretty good. This is a Gala. That one is Fuji. I don't know that they'll produce fruit this year. This is only their second summer, so I don't expect that they would anyways, but they are looking good. Peaches look wonderful. They've been sprayed. We're trying to keep up with them. Oh, although I'm seeing some stuff on the leaves. They might need some attention. But these are going to be good peaches. We just barely planted this peach tree this year, and Look at that. It's got quite a few on it. This area is kind of a work in progress over here, but look at all that asparagus. We didn't plant that. And obviously it has gone to seed, but check that out. We've got sunflowers growing over here. Our idea is that we want to have a big wall in this corner of sunflowers. And let's go check out grapes. This grape arbor was in pretty sad shape when we got here. I think it needs another row of wire. And some of the old grapes probably need to be trimmed and taken care of. But we did plant some new ones, and they're off to a good start. That little guy's doing pretty well. This one we thought was dead because it was bare root, but I think it's clinging to life. In our older ones, they're still hanging on. Overall, the orchard, doing well. I'm gonna make a separate video on Sunny. I can't figure out how to approach it. I just can't make up my mind on what I want to say or how I want to say it. It's been tricky with her, and you can probably guess that she had her calf and she's still alive. But it's been tricky and tumultuous, and I'm not just quite sure exactly what I want to say about it yet. So still working on that, but our update is I think she's gonna be okay, but we have some testing from the vet coming our way. It's wildflower season here in Texas, and boy, they sure are beautiful. Let's go check out some wildflowers. You can't tell it from here, but that entire hill over there is covered with bluebonnets, and they sure are pretty. This is what we have for bluebonnets. Maybe 12, 15. Don't know if you can see those yet. They sure are pretty. We're getting ready to fence off these bottom 4 acres of our property, and I'm really looking forward to that. We definitely need it for grazing. Our pond is right there. This is my arch nemesis. Poison ivy is back. It's unfortunate. Here's kind of an interesting view of our property that I haven't shown yet. Let's check out our pond. Algae has bloomed, and it's not looking super awesome. Look at all that algae. Cattails are cool though. I've got plans for this area. That'll be in the future at some point, but I'm gonna introduce a new animal in this area, I think, to our homestead. One that we've had before, but we're gonna do it different this time. That's your boy, Jesse?